This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. What's up, Bruce?
Hey, Jody. I'm excited. This week, we've got a lot of things to talk about. So there's a big list here for us to go through.
Dun, dun. Hold on, everybody. We got some stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Strap in.
Yeah.
Put your coffee down, or make
That's
sure you
right.
got your coffee filled up or your beer.
Yes.
Wherever you're listening.
That is correct. Because it's an action-packed episode. Lots of good stuff. So
funny.
Yeah. So the first big thing that I'm excited about is someone has written a book about plus size fashion, the plus size world, people who have made a difference within that. And his name is Gianluca Russo, and he wrote a book called The Power of Plus, which is out today, the 16th of August, if you're listening to it when it drops. So it is The Power of Plus, Inside Fashion's Size Inclusivity Revolution. And Gianluca has written for Teen Vogue and a number of other places. He's really gotten out there in the last few years, GQ, Glamour, Teen Vogue, Cosmo, a ton of other places, and has really focused on plus size fashion. So this book feels like the kind of evolution that you would expect, as far as what he's doing in his career. So it's pretty interesting. I'm kind of going through it now, but he covers really kind of where plus size fashion started, how it's grown, how the internet has sort of made all of that explode, which it really has.
Absolutely.
Some of the good and bad that has come with all of this, getting bigger bodies out there. A lot of this, to be clear, focuses on plus size women's fashion, but it's not all plus size women's. There's also there's a whole chapter that's focused on bigger guys, which is actually really cool.
Nice.
He talks to a lot of people that that have done some pretty interesting things in that space, and also he shares their stories, and he talks to people who've been doing it for a long time, but also people who are kind of like the next generation of men's fashion, and this is really focused a lot on the fashion side of things. So it's pretty interesting to see that. There's a lot of talk about plus size male models, and our friend Zach Miko gets a pretty sizable section within that, tells his story, kind of getting started. There's also talk about Chubster, so that's kind of neat, just to see where things kind of grew and went from there. And so it's really neat. I definitely recommend that if you are interested in the plus size fashion industry at all, kind of where it started, who's done what, who's doing what, and kind of where it's headed. This book is definitely for you, and you can get it pretty much everywhere that you get your books. And it's really neat to see. There's in the men's part, there's actually a talk about it's called Masculinity and Triumph, and it's sort of a round table with a few people talking about stepping out into the world as a plus size model, what that is like, and what kind of feedback they're getting, the kind of jobs, the opportunities, how it's helped people, all of that.
Nice.
And there are a lot of different people featured in this. So it's really neat to see what what's in here. So highly recommend it. I think we need things like this to kind of tell that story and to focus on what's really happening. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds interesting to read.
Definitely.
A nice book for the pool or the beach or something.
Absolutely. The power of plus. So yeah, definitely check it out. And I think you'll have something else that you actually want to read. So go for it.
I know I haven't done any reading this summer. It's so weird. Like normally I try to get at least one light book or like some, not like a huge book, but just a smaller light book to breeze through.
Totally.
I guess I don't really have a yard because I like to sometimes just like sit in the shade and read. So
yeah, right.
I don't really have a spot for that.
Yeah, I haven't done as much reading this summer as I've wanted to either. I'm really thinking that as we get into fall, having a much more regimented schedule is going to benefit me. So I'm going to work on that. And I would definitely like to build in some time to focus on reading, because I just, it's so easy to not take the time to do that kind of thing. So,
because I've done a couple different, the quote unquote resolutions of reading more. So I do enjoy reading. I need to find a good spot in my apartment or something I need to cultivate a reading spot.
Yes. Like your reading nook or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So it feels like it's time to open our beer.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm game.
Okay.
What do you got over there?
So I am breaking out a bigger bottle here of
party time.
Gigantic Brewing, one of my favorite breweries. They have a beer called 50 Shades of IPA.
Oh.
And it says, at first IPA was a curiosity, a new experience with hops. But then you were drawn into a world you never expected, one of which you pushed past the bitterness to find the rapturous joy of sweet tropical and citrusy flavors, and you knew you could never go back. So, yes, this is number 148 in their endless series of limited edition artist and artisan beers. So they number their beers. They do a lot of limited edition kind of things. And I'm always down. Just when I cracked it, it smells like sweet, floral, flavorful.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice smelling beer. So let's see how it tastes.
I haven't had a Gigantic beer in a while. I remember liking quite a few of them.
Oh man. So at the beginning, it tastes like it smells, where it's like this juicy, fruity kind of flavor, not sweet though.
Okay.
And then the IPA kind of hits the like bitterness, the hoppiness, and it's good. I mean, it's very smooth. You get a kick of that hoppiness, and then it kind of goes away. I definitely like this. 6.2%.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Watch out.
Yep. So I'm impressed. I also like that these bottles, they're a little bigger. They're refillable, apparently. If you take it back
there,
I guess. Yeah. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's just saying. Maybe this is just saying it's refillable. So recycle it, return it to the right place, and they'll reuse it. Maybe that's it. Either way, you should do that. So yeah.
Nice.
So what do you have?
So I have another Breakside. It's called Unbearable Lightness, our summer Pilsner.
Nice.
And when I looked it up on Untapped, it looks like it's a collaboration between Breakside and Resident Culture Brewing.
Oh.
So Breakside's here in Portland, and Resident Culture is in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, interesting.
But it doesn't say that on the actual beer here. So I was like, wait, is this the right one? I don't know.
Well,
we'll find out.
Yes.
So it's just a summer Pilsner. I'm sure it's light, but we'll see.
Good. Yep. 'Tis the season. Those summer Pilsners, it's a good way to go. very drinkable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's crisp. There's like excuse me, I'm choking on it. Kind of like almost like when you bite into an apple, kind of. There's like a crispness to it.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I really like that.
Well, that's good.
So it says crushable, lemony, buttery, crisp, and clean. Crushable, does that mean I can just crush the whole, drink the whole thing?
I always took crushable as you could drink many of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna crush it. I'm like, okay. Yeah, this one's good. It's a 4.4 ABV.
Yeah.
Breakside Brewery, Unbearable Lightness. It's got a bunch of hot air balloons all over it. So, but yeah, this is good. I like it.
All right. Picture time?
Sorry, yep.
Oh yeah.
Adding to the list. Let me finish that part of it. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing.
Yep. Follow our beer list on untapped.com. And
oh, one minute. I don't know what I'm doing. You can't really see it in the light. That's why I was like, what? Okay, sorry guys.
All right, there we go. Yes, get our beer list on untapped.com. It's the Heavy Conversation beer list, and it has just about everything that we have enjoyed on every episode of the podcast. So if there's something that you are interested in that we've talked about, then you can try it for yourself.
Absolutely.
So there we go. Yeah. Yes.
Got to drink some more of this, I think, today.
Yeah, it's this is pretty good. I'm feeling it today. So that's nice. It's a good one.
Full bottle of beer at 11 o'clock.
Yes. I know. Starting the day right. So there is another collaboration, but this time with clothing and accessories that I'm pretty excited about. And I think
I have a couple of them in my cart already because I got to hurry up.
Nice. So yeah, do you want to talk about this one?
Sure. So the people at Filson, I don't know, I'm trying to think what
they make amazing bags,
like those bags and
clothing.
They have those like blankets outerwear that are cool. I don't know.
Yep. All
bags,
kinds of things.
Luggage, outerwear. But they have a collaboration with the Smokey the Bear.
The U.S. Forest Service.
The U.S. Forest Service, yeah, but Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah.
Where it's all very memorable I think everyone's seen those posters and whatnot. So they partnered with the U.S. Forest Service and they got a small collection of mostly like accessories, things that you would take on a hike or camping. They've got a few clothing items, a couple t-shirts, these fun lounge shorts, but looks like they're pretty much sold out of those already.
Yes.
Only you can prevent forest fires t-shirt. Let's see what sizes
I like the t-shirt.
Up to a 3X. Okay.
Yes.
Still up to a 3X available, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Trying to think, what is it? 6.5 ounce cotton jersey. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so a lot of the clothing isn't available in bigger sizes, and that may be because the stuff's already selling out. But the t-shirt, it's a white t-shirt with black lettering, only you can prevent forest fires. It's so that's available. But my thing is I really want the bottle. I want the water
bottle.
Yeah. So water bottle has Smokey on it. It has the measurements on the side. It's orange and translucent, kind of, so I need to put water in that bottle.
Yes, everyone needs to drink more water. It's BPA free.
Yes,
so that's always good. They've got some fun socks, a towel, some bandanas, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
always fun to have little bear accessories. I think
definitely
Smokey the Bear bandana 3-pack.
Yep. So it's a limited edition thing. They're doing the collaboration, so hop in, get your stuff if you like it, if that's your vibe, and you'll be good to go.
I think it's everyone's vibe.
Agreed.
Can't go wrong with Smokey the Bear.
It's true.
And help support the Forest Service.
Yeah. Yes.
They need all the help they can get right now.
They do, especially this time of year.
Yes, it's fire season, everyone. Woo.
Yes.
Support the fire service
Yes.
or the forest service. But
Yes.
whatever. Both.
Fire
Both.
service, forest service, both. Yes. So I've mentioned this before. I think even last week, maybe. Chubster gets a lot of pitches for all kinds of different things, and like reports from different websites and PR things. And so I got another one that I thought would be interesting to talk about, and it is a new study that reveals the most and least active states in America.
Ooh, okay.
So I thought before
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, before I threw these out, I thought maybe you would want to take a guess or two on what maybe the most
active.
Yeah.
Does this mean like they're working? Like, is there like a criteria or something?
Yeah.
Or?
Let me give you a little bit more insight, and that'll help with your.
I'm like people, especially in the Pacific Northwest, people are out camping and hiking. But
right. Good point.
Like, there's a lot of hiking and
yes,
that kind of thing going on. But then, like, I'm thinking California, a lot of people are out, they're working out a lot.
Sure. So here's what they say:
running from the fires. And
the research was conducted by fitness experts Fitness Volt. They examined the 50 states based on a review of multiple factors related to exercise to establish the most physically active states in America.
Exercise.
The study looked at each state's number of gyms and health clubs per capita, the prevalence of physical inactivity, access to exercise opportunities, and Google search terms associated with exercise.
Okay.
So, based on that, do you have any thoughts as to what?
I think probably California is probably up there, because I feel like they're not to throw them under the bus, but I feel like they're a lot more concerned about their looks with like Hollywood and LA and all that stuff. So yeah, I would think they have a lot of gyms, probably search terms for losing weights or diets or working out or whatever. I don't know. I would think California is probably up there.
So here's I'll tell you that when I saw the title of this, I tried to take a guess, and my guess was wrong. The number one is actually a surprise.
Is it in the South somewhere?
No, the number one is Minnesota, believe it or not. Yes. Top 10 most active states. It says Minnesota. And here's how it breaks it down. It's got some numbers for it. So gyms per 100,000 people. There are 10 gyms per 100,000 people in Minnesota.
Okay.
Health clubs per 100,000 people. There are 15.
What is the difference between a health club and a gym?
I have no idea.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, I go a lot, apparently. Health.
The prevalence of physical inactivity is 21%. I guess who knows how they've broken that down? Who knows? Access to exercise opportunities is 87%. I'm guessing that's 87% of the population has access to exercise opportunities. And the search trend ranking was 14 for Minnesota. So
I mean, it's not a huge surprise. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of gyms in Minnesota.
Sure, right. And
now that I think about it, but I'm like, I don't know. And I guess per capita, there's probably, because the population isn't as high as California, so per capita,
right?
Yeah, okay,
totally. Right. And that's
way to go, Minnesota. Woo.
Yep, that's the thing. It says the study revealed that Minnesota is the most active state in America. The Midwestern state has a total of 571 gyms, which equates to 10 gyms per 100,000 people, the highest of any state, and 15 health clubs, which we don't know what that means, per 100,000 people.
Well, it says health clubs have more amenities like pools, sports courts, clinics, I don't know. Yeah,
I see. So my guess when I saw the title was Colorado, and because I know that I've always read and heard that they're like, very health conscious there. So that was not the case. They were number 2.
Okay.
Close, but let me give you the top 10 most active states. And so we've got Minnesota at number 1. We've got Colorado at 2. Number 3 is Connecticut. Number 4 is Washington.
All right.
Number 5 is Massachusetts. Number 6 is Oregon.
Nice.
Number 7 is New Hampshire, 8 is Wisconsin, 9 is Virginia, and 10 is California. So
Wow, yeah.
you were on
It was
it with
all over the place.
Yes. So I think one of the things that I thought was interesting about this is like Minnesota being number one. I think there's I've always felt this is that as a Midwesterner is that there's a people are looking at the Midwest as though it's not it's a lot of people who are not very active. And I think something like this kind of pushes back against that. So
yeah, and I also think, like, I mean, for the majority of the year, there's not a lot of, I mean, there are outdoor activities, but there's not a lot of outdoor activities.
right.
So you have to go to the gym to stay active
Sure.
and ward off that seasonal affective disorder or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yep. And so the least active state. So this was one that I didn't even really try to guess this, but I would have gotten it wrong anyway. West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Because only 59% of West Virginia residents have access to exercise opportunities. The state has the fewest number of health clubs per capita, and only 4 gyms per 100,000 people, which is also the lowest in the country. So the least active states, they say West Virginia, Mississippi, Arkansas, Kentucky, New Jersey, Tennessee, Maine, Oklahoma, Alabama, and South Dakota. So there we go.
Joe Manchin's doing a great job in West Virginia, that's for sure.
That's right. So there you go. Based on those, on the criteria that they laid out, that's what we've got here. I thought it was interesting. So yeah, there we go. I'm sure there are a lot of different ways.
Yeah, those lists are always funny. You're like, I don't know what, because like Oregon or Portland like gets voted like best city for like random, just like what? I don't know. Yeah,
totally. So
based
take that
on
for
whatever weird per capita that you'd never be able to just guess.
right. So take it for what it's worth. Thank you to Fitness Volt for putting this in my inbox. So
Fitness Volt.
Yes. So there we go. The last thing that we have on our list here is the end of something, and so we thought we'd save this for the end of the show. And
yes.
We've talked about this website before. It is a website called Joyn, Joyn, and it is a body inclusive kind of workout movement site. Basically, they have classes that are body inclusive, encouraging and kick-ass movement classes. It's free. Lots of different classes, lots of instructors. They actually have fat people who are teaching the classes that are in the videos, which is something you never see. And I've complained before about how, like, you look at Apple Fitness or whatever, and it's like you're not seeing very many people who look like you that are running these classes. Joyn was doing something that was really cool and really inclusive. And there's so much like pushback on in the world about bigger people aren't out there working out, all this, and having something like this that really came out and tried to make a difference there is huge. Unfortunately, after August 30th, Joyn is shutting down as a platform. The site itself, it sounds like it will be going away, and all their social platforms will. Everything, all the classes will still be available on their YouTube channel. So you'll still be able to get in there and, and do that. And if you want to watch the videos, you can get them at YouTube. If you were checking out Joyn and there was an instructor that you liked, you can connect with them on social. They actually have an FAQ page. There's a banner across the top of the site, and it has social. It looks like it's mostly like Instagram. Yeah, I think it's, wherever you can find these people. It's got links to each of the instructors, and so you can kind of go through and you can find them and follow whoever you want. It's I don't know. It sucks that that's going away. I think that, if you've been a long time listener to Heavy Conversation, I think you can see that a lot of that there's kind of a trend as far as when we see services and products that are put out there for bigger people, if they aren't, well promoted, and if they don't grab on pretty quickly, it's much harder for them to continue. And I don't know what happened that led to Joyn shutting down, but I'm sure it's something along those lines.
Well, I mean, it was for free, so they didn't find a way to monetize it or something. So
yeah, I know that they had some funding, and that like Nike had backed them. So there was something there. Again, I don't know all the details on that, but I do know that they had they had some something bigger behind them, but it's one of those things where it's hard to make things like this work. I do hope that we see something like this in the future, that it continues, or even better, I'd love to see some of the existing services that are out there add more diversity in their trainers and their instructors.
Absolutely.
So if you want to check it out, you've got until the 30th of August, 2022 to check out their website, joyn.co. You can go there and
and go subscribe to their YouTube channel, and you'll be able to have access forever.
Yes.
Into infinity and beyond.
Yep. So that's the way to do it. So thank you to the folks who started Joyn and made it go for as long as it did.
Absolutely.
And,
I've watched a bunch of their videos, and they do a lot of modified movement classes. So it's nice to see big people getting up there and moving around. And when you're actually, because I've watched, we've all watched a bunch of different exercise videos or movement videos, and you're like, okay, can't do that. All right, calm down.
Right.
And then you just get discouraged. So it's like, here's some modifications you can do to do the same, get the same workout or whatever in. And
yes,
it's nice.
And I will say that I was kind of knocking Apple Fitness, and I will say that they do have those kind of modified, when they're doing the workouts, they show, the workout as it was intended, but then they also have the modified version. But I would just like to see bigger people, as instructors. I'd like to see more of that. And I probably need to go back and look at Apple Fitness again and just see, maybe they've updated. I know they had one plus size instructor last time I checked, but I am paying for it, so I should probably check it out. But yes, so thank you, Joyn. That's all we got there. So yeah, man, I feel like this was an action-packed episode. A lot of stuff.
I hope everyone made it. Go check out Joyn. Go get your Smokey the Bear accessories. Have a beer.
Please do.
All of the above.
Yes. And we will be back to tell you about something else next week.
All right. Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Jody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your
podcasts.